Shalom, all praises to the Most High. Yehoshua, this is YYBY. You know me, I'm going to get straight to the point. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? S1 got the best mixer. I'm going to tell y'all why. Number one, I'm going to start off with simplicity, right? Let me add a few tracks. You know, I'm going to add... I'm going to name these drums, add audio, name tracks, right? All the way to 7 tracks and everything. So you go to mixer. One thing about it is that you don't have to have a whole bunch of mixers. You don't have to open up a whole bunch of windows to do what you need to do on your mixer. You don't have to get just to edit your EQ. You know, some mixers have, they have the mixer, just like Cubase, they have the mixer, and then they have an option where it say the track, you know, plugins where you got the mixer, compressor, and blah, blah, blah. That's cool, but just to edit those, you have to open up another window, right? It still takes CPU power. So, you know, when you use that part, it still takes CPU power, no different than when you're getting the plugin on the side and you're getting the EQ, you know, with a graph on it, and you drop it right on the track. You get what I'm saying? So you got a bunch of EQs here. And then you got a track where you got EQ, compressor, gate, blah, blah, blah. Cool, which is dope. But to each his own. But the point is that I can just drop those and put it on here. It's simplicity. I don't have to open up another window. I don't have to open up something extra just to get a job done. So what if I have an effect on this track and then... like in Cubase, this is in Cubase, right? What if I have an effect on the track and then I tweak something on the other part of the DAW where you see the EQ, the gate, and the compressor. So I got to click this, open up another window just to tweak that, close that, go back to this, tweak this, blah, blah, when I could just have everything right here. Everything right here in one WAP, everything one WAP, you know, so on and so forth, you know, boom. And I got everything right here. And if I can get it and drop it right here. Just that simple. Like, why I have to do all this extra stuff when you're trying to accomplish one thing when it's just common sense? You know, it's about simplicity, people, especially for those who don't, who knew in music, who knew using DAWs, who knew doing these type of things, man. And it's all about, and a lot of the times, it's not even about simplicity. It's just common sense. You get what I'm saying? So, one of the main reasons is it's one window. And then also, if you want to just detach it, you can detach the window. And then if you got 2 screens, you can drag it over to the next screen. You can actually detach it right here. Where is that? Right here. Detach the window. You know, move it around, make it smaller how you want to make it small. You know, and then if you got 2 screens, drag it to the next screen. Simplicity. You don't got to have one mixer already docked. And only to use other options, you have to open up another mixer and open that one up to get certain things accomplished when you can do everything in one mixer. So, okay. And what I mean by that, so I'm gonna go a step forward. All right, another reason what make this so simple is that when you open up this mixer, even if you don't open up the mixer and you say, you know what, I want to put this compressor on track drums 1. Okay, cool. Close it. Open up the mixer. It's on drums one. You know, you don't have to go inside of a button, click the button, click it, open it up, then go through the scroll. Like for example, like this. Studio One give you this option. You don't have to go right here, click it, open it up, drop the plug-in on there. No, which is still cool. But the difference is with some other DAWs is that you have to open a certain part of the mixer. It might be an option on the side where you might have to click this or click that. And then in order to drag and drop a plugin on here, you have to have one of these options selected that change a certain view of the mixer, if y'all get what I'm saying. Right? On here, it don't matter what view you in. You could be in the skinny view. You know, you can get a plug-in, drop it on here, boom. You know, you could be in whatever view you in, you can drop any plug-in on the mixer with no problem. Right? So I'm gonna take those off. So the drag and drop is simple. No matter what you want to do in here, it's drag and drop. You don't have to go to, oh, you know what? Let me open this up. Let me select this, because if I don't select this, I can't drag and drop this plugin on this specific track. You know, even when you want to create a bus, like, you know, you can right click and say add effects track, VCA, aux, so on and so forth. Or you can just get the gate, drop it right here, boom. It just created the FX track for you for that specific track. Just that simple. It's drag and drop. That's simplicity. That's what it's about. It's about simplicity. Hold on, let me remove this right quick. So we're gonna take our time with this, because I know a lot of other people are saying they mixer is better, but no, Studio One mixer is better. It's definitely better. Now, don't get me wrong. I play with all DAWs. Every DAW got their pros and cons, y'all. You know, but the problem that a lot of new people have when they going into something new, or they new to music, is that the DAW don't have simplicity. Some things that just common sense should not be questioned. Like, for example, if I want to link this mixer track to my knob on my keyboard, I should be able to right click. You know, once I select the keyboard knob, turn it, right click, then it's right there. Boom. I shouldn't have to go way up here and do something, or I got to go inside and program this and that. It's some things is just common sense, man, because it's about creativity. It's not about trying to, don't get me wrong, you still got to figure out how to use the DAW. But when you're trying to create things, you don't want everything slowing you down from creation that take away from your ideas. You want to use something that help you create, not take away from the creativity. Because you get drowned, you be like, you know what, forget this, man. I'll come back to it tomorrow. All right. Another thing that makes Studio One mixer dope, the best mixer, is Easy Link. I call it Easy Link. For example, if I want to get these track, if I want to select these track, I get this. Just hold shift, boom, boom, boom. I don't gotta select the tracks, press another button, and just to do this. Just to do this. I don't gotta do that. Because if I want to link these, I can just click. You know, it's an option where you go, where is that? Hold up. What the option at? I can link these certain tracks and make them work a certain way. You get what I'm saying? If I really need to do that, I don't have to do that. You know, give me a second. Let me close that right quick so I don't confuse y'all. So I'm sorry. I click right here. Once I select these tracks, right? I click right here. and I say group selected tracks or group assignments. I group the selected tracks and these and I name it. I can name drum group or whatever it is, and these would stay grouped automatically based on what I group them in. Okay, that's it. People don't always need that. Sometimes people want to just do something real fast. I say, I want to bring the level on these down, and then if you want to change the level of this one, you just hold hold Alt and just move this one. When you hold Alt, you let Alt go, boom, and then you still move the rest of the tracks. Better yet, right here, because I like a mouse with a wheel on it, I could turn the wheel, make these move simultaneously, make them go this way simultaneously, whatever how you want to do it. That's great, man. That's simplicity. That's easy link. Link, turn all those on at one time. Solo all these. Mute all these. These tracks still selected. Matter of fact, I could select all these tracks, go right here with my wheel, turn my wheel, it'll change all the color on them. I don't have to go to an option to say, okay, I want to change the color of these, or better yet, if I'm on a sequencer and I got a wave, let me drop an audio track, right? Let me drop an audio track. I'm gonna give y'all an example, people. Let me go to audio. I'm gonna go to files. I'm gonna go to all my samples. Let me go to my samples, right? I won't play anything, okay? File, right? So now you can change the color of the track. You can change the color right here. In some DAWs, in order to change the color of the track, you go right here. Same thing, show all the colors. But when I change that, it changed the color of this. But now you got to go to another option and go up here somewhere, select these, then just to change the color of this. When I can, in Studio One, I can just right click that, boom. You feel me? I can get these, put that right here, right there. All these on separate tracks, right? All these on separate tracks. Grab all those. Hold on. Grab all these. Right click. Just that simple. Or I can right click. Or I can use my scroll on my mouse and change the color. If I want to do that, change the color on this one with the scroll. Simplicity, people. Simple things, man. Let me go back. Simple, people. Simple. It's easy link. And that's the same thing for easy to color. You want to highlight these, roll the scroll, change the color. Left click, boom. You don't have to do all this extra stuff. It should be right here. It should be right there in front of you. Another thing that make the mixer, dope is that the mixer identifies what's on it. So you see this little icon right here? If I get a plugin and I drop a plugin on here, it'll let you know that this track has inserts. If I get this plugin and drop it on the send, it'll let you know that this track have a send. And so if I want to have an FX track, then this one will light up to let you know you have an FX track, right? And it sit right here lit up. So you see a track, you scrolling through hundreds of tracks or whatever, how many you do, you like, okay, I know this one have this on it. It identifies what is on what track. Just in case your mixer is closed like this and it's small. And that means that you don't have this open to see what's on it. You don't have the track open to see what plugins is in there or see what the send is. When they are closed like this, you can already see what's on this track. And then on top of that, I can go drag and drop something on this track and it pop up, Go right here. If I want another plugin, drag and drop it on this plugin, this track identifies it. It show you. So when you're scrolling through tracks, when they are minimized, you see. It don't show you this way, but it show you the regular way. Now you can double click, let me see. Double click and open the whole track up. When you double click, when it's small, it opens the track all the way up automatically because they know that's what you want to do. Because if you clicking on it, that means you want to open it up. You don't want to click on it to see anything else. You want to open it up completely when it's minimized like this. So you got it bigger like this. Now you see the, different things. All right. Another thing is that what make the mixer dope is that you have the input gain on each track already right there. You don't have to open up another window for the input gain. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to open up another mixer for the input gain. Even when it's small like this, you can have the input gain right here. On the mixer, on the input have an input gain. So if you want to be louder with your vocals coming in, you can raise that up to make the level go up more, the input gain. Okay. It's simple. And you can also get rid of the input gain by clicking the tool and go right here. Disappeared. But I have a preset. I keep that on there. So it's so many things you can do. It's simple. It's simplicity. The only thing I want Studio One to do is that have a different color. Give us an option to have, like, see how they got this track blue? Because this is the FX track. Instruments track should be another color. And you should be able to change the colors of what you want it to be. If I want my output track to be red or yellow or whatever it is, instrument tracks to be a certain color, FX tracks to be a certain color. And just like these tracks, they can stay like this, which is dope, or they can be the color of this track. So if I change it blue, this should be blue. Sorry about that. So also bigger mixer. You have this way, you can see a nice size mixer of the track. This is a slim way. I think Studio One should make, the regular way like this. It should be an option where you like this, click, and this turn into the whole mixer, meter. But you also have in the analysis, if you drop an overall meter on this track, you can move this. You can make this any way you want to make it. You can save it as a preset also. And this could be your big boy meter that you can see on this side. Because on the mastering side in the project page, they already got a big meter already inside, already stored there. And then on top of that, you can still change the meter to whatever you want, the K20, 14, K12, the EBU, R28. They all serve a different purpose. You just got to find out which one is suitable for you. You feel me? So you can make it bigger, shrink it, whatever it is. And then if you don't need it, just disappear it and bring it when you need it. Bring it back when you need it and stuff like that. And then on top of that, each plugin, just like in some DAWs where you drop the track come with their own track plugins, which is still dope. I still like that, but I don't need it because once I put a plugin on this track, on this mix in Studio One, I can just click right here and just do a quick view editing. Click right here, do a quick view editing. Click right here, do the same thing. Click right here, change the ratio threshold just a little bit of that specific track. That specific plugin. you know, any track. I don't have to completely open it up like that if I want to just change something. Just like this meter. I click right here, close the meter, open it up, and see the meter. If I want to see it bigger, I can click on it like this. Simplicity, people. Simplicity. Instead of adding things on top of things. No. Keep it simple. When a person open up the mixer, that means 9 times out of 10, they want to do mixing things. They want to change certain levels. You know, they want to mess with plugins. You know, it's I guess everybody think different, man. Some people, some people are direct. Some people go around. It's like when it comes to communication, some people are direct, which I love. Some people are, they call it beat round the bush. And this is how I think the thought process be with certain things, man. You know, the last thing I'm going to deal with is folders on the mixer. So, for example, let me erase these, right? Because a lot of DAWs don't even have this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a few tracks, right? Drum tracks, all right? So we're going to color these yellow because I think they might change. Now, okay. So say these my drum tracks. As you can see on the mixer, you see the drum track. Let me get this out the way, people, so don't confuse y'all. So these my drum tracks, right? Eventually, over time, you'll have more tracks, more tracks, more tracks. You got to scroll down. You got to move down. You might only want to deal with the drum tracks, but you got all this other stuff in the way. And, okay, let me close that right quick. So what I would do, I would go to the drum tracks, highlight all of them, right click or press P, pack folder, right? It changed the color automatically, which is cool. So what I would do, I would name this drum bus. Click right here, add it to a bus. Just that simple, right? So now, when I open these, they're yellow. So let's take this back to yellow so don't confuse nothing. All right, so you see this drum bus, drum bus. When I go to the mixer, which my key selection is tab. I click tab. Boom, you got one track. You click this folder, boom. You got all your drums. This is your bus. So that means that if I want to effect all my drums, I can get this plug in and drop it on that. I don't gotta go. Some tracks, some DAWs, you can't even have a folder on the you can link them, but you can't have no folder. Sometimes tracks get overwhelmed. It's too many of them. So now, let's say for example, let me add a couple more tracks. I'm gonna say these audio. Let me say these vocals. Okay, vocals. Let's add these down, right? So what I would do, say these are my vocals. Hold on, let me close this right quick. Hold on, I did something wrong. Let me close this. So these are my vocals, right? So I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna pack folder. Boom. So I'm gonna say vocal bus. Right? Select right here, add this to a bus. They the same, they different colors. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change these to one color so I can make it easier for y'all fellas and women. Close this. Go to the mixer. Boom, I got my vocal bus. I click right here, all the tracks there. You still got the input meters, the gain. I still can drag and drop, so on and so forth. So now, let's say I got a whole bunch of these. I got a whole bunch of tracks. Not only I can open up this, if I only want to deal with the drum bus and no other tracks, man, I can select this, move that out the way. Open up the drum bus. If I only want to deal with certain drums in the drum bus, I can select this, move that one, move that one, move that one, move that one. It's right here. I don't have to go to other options, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, if I want to mix a certain way, do certain levels, you know, the what they call it? Where is that? The my scenes. I select the scene. I can just name this scene 1. Just name it 1. You know, I could do something else, change that around, select right here, name this 2. So I could just go back and forth, double click, change it. Double click, change it. Simplicity. Close it back. Get it out the way. I don't have to go to a whole another mixer, open up another mixer, go in something, open up another window to just do something on the mixer. That's the whole point. Again, a lot of DAWs are powerful when it comes to the options, but the problem with their options, it's not simple. It's not common sense. This is YYBY. Peace.